Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and gamers of all ages. Welcome to Gamer Talk TV. I am your host, Mr. Tom Szydlo. With me, as per usual, are my dear friends Dan Pignato and Nick Schliep, here to discuss and converse in the world of video gaming. Today we are going to be discussing heroes and villains in video games. Not only our best, but maybe a few of our worst liked. This is mostly going to be just opinion and discussion about it. To start with, a personal favorite hero of mine, and this is kind of an obvious one, but to start with, the first big hero in video games, in my opinion, would be Mario.
Oh, I couldn't tell he was your favorite by the big banter.
Banner.
I am having such a bad time talking.
It's okay.
Banner.
But anyways, Mario, it was the first real hero because, at least as far as I can remember in video games, because of just the wonderful thing he's going through so many tasks just to get the princess
and
back.
that princess just cannot
she doesn't
not
give him
get
anything.
kidnapped. Really, it's like no guards, just
the toads.
Oh my god,
the toads are useless.
The worthless guards.
Okay.
They're the worst.
All right. How about you, Dan? Let's just go with a favorite hero.
For heroes, I would have to say from the Halo series, Master Chief.
All right.
Like, he has saved the world so many times, and he just keeps on doing it. And Halo 4 is coming out.
You're excited for that, aren't you?
Oh, that is my most anticipated game this year, really. All right. And he's just saving the world again.
Yeah.
And it's great.
How about you, Nick? What's one of your favorite heroes?
I have to say one of my favorite heroes is Mega Man.
Oh, of course you go Mega Man.
Well, yes, but he's one of my favorites. And the thing is, his job is so simple. Dr. Wily makes 8 evil robots, and he says, well, I have to do something about that. And he defeats them, and he gets stronger each time, and he never gets tired of doing it. He's always up to the challenge.
That's because he's Mega Man.
Straight to the point.
It's a simple game that was so much fun. Like, I know you are a very big Mega Man fan because you played almost every one of them. And how about just...
can I bring in one more?
Of course, go ahead.
I really have to say is Batman. Because I am the
You're
biggest
a Batman guy.
I am the biggest Batman.
You are the Batman guy.
I'm going to save how much I like Batman for the Batman episode you're doing. But I love Batman.
Yeah.
And so he has to be my favorite hero of all time. Just want to throw that in
That's
there.
because you're a comic book guy, too. I know Nick is a bit of a comic book guy, too. But
I'm being Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're a Spider-Man guy. It's weird that you guys are wearing opposite shirts. He's got a Bane shirt, he's got a Spider-Man. It's like coming full circle. I don't know, I was more of a Green Lantern, but I love Batman the most, personally.
So awesome.
Let's not get too much into Batman because we have
we're going to have a whole episode.
We have a whole Batman episode later on, but let's just go with what would you guys say would be your favorite hero or villain? Because for me, I've always loved the anti-villain.
Oh, the anti-villain is so good.
A villain who does villainous things, but not really for goals of a villain.
That's like with all of the Rockstar games. All of their heroes are villains. Like Red Dead Redemption is a criminal, cowboy.
Wouldn't that be more of an anti-hero though?
Tom's right. That's more of an anti-hero.
Okay, anti-hero,
but
and
he's like the one you're supposed to
of course,
root for. And same with all of the Grand Theft Auto games. I mean, you're just doing terrible things in those games, and you root for the guy you're playing as.
I guess for me, I'm gonna have to be go with a generic classic. Not generic, but just I've always loved Duke Nukem, the character.
Duke Nukem.
He's just the anti-hero, in my opinion. It's like just this 80s action star.
Oh my!
It's just such a beautiful concept. It's like kind of how I've always thought that the Star Wars franchise has a little bit of elements of everything in it that you can kind of point out. Duke Nukem has all these different 80s stars you can point out. He's got the catchphrases, he's got muscles, tank top, the crew cut sort of hair.
No, he's hilarious. He's great.
Just the one-liners. I've always loved characters that are just over the top like that.
Yeah, no, they're great, and it's just hilarious. It's really it's like with Borderlands, that humor is really just crude and just childish, but it just gets you, man. They're so funny. Borderlands and Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
They just say the funniest things that just childish.
All right. How about you, Nick, for just anti-heroes or anti-villains?
Well, I was just going to speak to one of my favorite types of villains is it's always nice to have those villains that are really defined by their actions, but the ones I actually enjoy a lot are the ones that are they're evil because they're evil, and you don't like them just because they do bad things.
Yeah.
One of the ones was in Saints Row the Third, in one of the enemy gangs, there's the leader Killbane. He's this large luchador who, at the beginning of the game, you think, okay, he's not that bad. He's just an enemy And then the thing is, he undermines every other gang and just gets more evil and evil every time I see him.
Yeah, he really does. And when I first played that game and I saw him, I was like, oh, he's gonna be like the first boss, because he's like the classic, like, oh, he's just the brawn, but he was literally the main boss, and it was hilarious.
Yes.
I loved that game so much.
And when you get to finally duke it out with him, you're not doing it because like, oh, I'm going to save this. You're just going because I hate him so much.
He's such a bad person, and I have to beat him.
He hates puppies.
He hurts my
hates
feelings.
puppies, of
He hurt my
course.
feelings, and I will now take my revenge on him.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like Saints Row.
Saints Row was just a fun game because it just was so
It
silly.
really is. It's one of those mindless fun games
One
where
of the best
you don't have to
vindication.
take it
Yeah,
serious.
man.
One of the best vindications,
I
fighting
don't know, it's
Killbane
just-
in a luchador ring with a chainsaw while You're the Best Around is playing.
That was
Yes.
just ridiculous.
Yes. That music, like, it pumped me up so much.
I'm
I
a
was
pro-
like,
I'm a-
yeah,
oh,
I am
sorry.
the best.
I'm a pro wrestling fan still, and I don't know. I know a couple of my other friends got offended that they made it so ridiculous,
Really?
but I was like, it's luchador. Luchador wrestling itself is a silly concept of everyone has to be in a mask and
Yeah.
is like you fight to take the other one's
Just
mask.
look at that whole game, and
That whole game
don't
is
take it
ridiculous.
seriously. Do not take it serious.
Okay, let's. What do you guys say would be some of the like worst heroes or villains? Let's just go with worst villains.
Worst villains, like terrible, like
Like-
as in they're just like you're a joke, or
Like either they're bad or they're so bad they're amazing.
Oh, okay. He's been in. I'd have to say classic Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He really he's so awesome. Like that armor, that voice, just is so
Is a
defining.
bad villain though?
No, I'm talking about oh, this guy is so like
Okay.
a villain who's so bad he's awesome.
Oh,
That's
I
what-
meant like they're just a horrible villain, but but you love them.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they do
No,
terrible
no.
things. Okay, you meant like they're
Yeah.
idiots. At
Okay,
their
yeah,
job.
that's what I mean. Just
Okay,
like
my bad.
one that you could laugh at even. Like
Okay,
I'm gonna go with an obvious.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
sorry,
take
Nick.
it.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
Flanders.
actually, I'd say Dr. Cortex from the Crash Bandicoot
Yes,
series.
definitely.
He claims he's this great genius, and he sets up all these traps for Crash Bandicoot. In the end, he always gets caught in his own trap. And when you really listen to him talk, he's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, it kind of how I would feel about Eggman or Wily. Like Eggman,
yeah.
Dr. Eggman from the Sonic games and Wily from Mega Man, which Nick
Well,
mentioned.
as much as I like Mega Man, the fact that he's this recurring, I broke out of prison and then built 8 robots. Haha! It's like you're not relevant.
No, it's kind of like Calendar Man from the Batman series.
Yeah, oh my god.
You know, the one that does the crimes
Yes.
based on days.
Yes.
It's just a weird concept. Here, Dan, you want to go with one that's so bad they're good?
I'm gonna say honestly Bowser,
Bowser, yeah.
because his whole thing is to capture a princess. Does he ask for a ransom ever? I can't remember.
He's just the dragon in the castle.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
He's a
have
weird thing.
some point to your job. I mean,
You don't
come
know.
on.
There might be something else we don't know about.
Oh, the next Mario game is gonna
yeah.
explain all of Bowser's backstory.
Of course. Interwar politics
you
in
never
the
know.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Anyways, before we get too much on a tangent, I'm being told that we're out of time. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
you.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you had some fun with today's show. Until next we meet, for Dan and Nick, my name is Tom Szydlo. Keep on gaming.